Hi, welcome to the part 2 of the forms tutorial. Today we are going to start the tutorial with the radio buttons. So far you have seen how to put the text boxes and the password boxes in your web page. But if you want to display the radio buttons, like you want to take the payment from the user and you want them to choose between the credit card or the debit card or the internet banking. So for that you want the user to choose only one item or one option from that. So that is why we use the radio buttons. So for the radio buttons you have to make a group for that. So you use the input and the type as the radio that you have to mention over here, and then name should be same for all the values. So you can write as payment options over here, and after that you have to give the value that will be used to fetch the data. So value you can use the credit card, and after that you just write as the credit card. So just let's save it and we'll see how it will go. So now here you have the option for the credit card, and that will be the radio button, but obviously you cannot see the values, any other value over here. Let's include the other values also. We can just give a heading over here, a small, or we can write a text over here that pay your amount using the below options, and I can give a line break over here. So now you can choose, you can just repeat it. And I'll just change the name. Debit card over here, and then debit card, and over here I want to pay with the internet banking. And I'll just change it over here as the internet banking, and then just refresh this. So now you have three options. You can choose only one option among these options. You cannot choose more than two because you have put them in one group, that is the name. So if you just change the name, that payment, your first two options are in the same group and your third option is in the another group. So what it will be do, it will just choose any one of options between these two options, and you can also choose this one. So it depends, like if you want to choose only one option from the number of given options, so what you have to do, you have to put them in the same name, under the same name. You have to give the same name to all the radio buttons available. So I'll just make it over here. So you can also put the different option buttons or the radio buttons over here depending upon your requirement, and you can group them. After that there are the checkboxes. Checkboxes, they allow the user to select the multiple options from the given choices. Like in the radio buttons you can choose only one, but from the checkboxes you can select the multiple. So I'll just write choose from below options. So I'll just write a BR tag over here and close it. So for the checkboxes, you basically use the type as the checkbox, and same like you did in the radio buttons, you give a name over here also, so that you can group the checkboxes into the one group. So I'll just supposingly I'll use the color over here and also the value, so that you can use this value for processing. So I'll just give it red over here and red checkbox. I'll just put a BR tag also over here so that my checkboxes will display on different lines. I'll give the 4 color values: red, green, blue, and then black. Let's change over here also. Green, blue, and then black. So just refresh our button. So I have to put one BR tag here also. So now you can choose, you can only choose one option from here, but you can choose the multiple options from these checkboxes. If you want, you can select each and every checkbox. After that, you have the submit button. Submit button is the one of the most important buttons. What it will do, it will take the values from your web page to the server, or to whichever form you have mentioned in the attribute, the src attribute. I'll show you the attributes of form tag also. Let's just put a button over here. So I'll use the type as the submit, because it is the by default type available. I'll just give it a name as the btn submit. Btn is the naming convention that we use for the buttons, and then value will be the submit. The value is the value that will be displayed on your web page. So now a submit button is there, but now it won't do anything because we haven't specified any URL over here. So in the form tag, what I'll do, I'll just give the method as your get by default, which will be get. So what it will do, it will display each and every value that is here in the URL. So if you write as Lily over here and address like US and password, and then you use the debit card and you select the red, green over here, and when you put the submit button, so you can see the URL over here, the text name, which is the name of the text box as the Lily, address and password also over here. So if you, it's like payment option, you have the debit card and the red color as the red and green. So it depends on you. If you want to use the get, your values will be displayed over here. So for the sensitive information, it is recommended to use the post. Thanks and have a nice day.